Also this afternoon, we'll tell you the story of a 3-year-old Beatrice Frimpong who was playing with her baby sister when their house collapsed after the explosion at APEATSE in the western region. She survived the disaster, but her sister died after the building came crashing down on them. Little Beatrice now has bruises on her face and other parts of her body. She's part of some women and children undergoing medical screening and psychological assessment at the St. Michael's Catholic Church, which is serving as a shelter for the displaced persons. We are live on the grounds with Maxwell Agbagba, who has the very latest from that place. Maxwell, tell us more about how the victims are picking up their bits and pieces together.
That you put in finishing touches to the works here. So what you can see behind me are extra tents that are going to serve as accommodation for the displaced persons, the over 300 people who were displaced by Thursday's explosion. You're told the building over there would also serve as accommodation. The tent would also serve as accommodation. And as I speak to you, there's a lot of works ongoing here to make sure that they finish very early so they can get the displaced persons to move in. You saw some members of the clergy. They came around to come and see what is happening here. We have the Environmental Protection Agency also here. Shortly, I'll be speaking to the director for TAQA. He'll be speaking to us on the assessments that they will be doing. But what has been happening here, very soon, a meeting is about to start. In that meeting, we have the Municipal Chief Executive in that meeting. We have the police in that meeting. We have the Environmental Protection Agency also in that meeting. And a lot, surely, is definitely going to happen. Let's get closer and speak to the Municipal Chief Executive, Isaac Dasmani. Let's find out from him the stage or where we've gotten to now at this point. Is this place ready for the resettlement? Let's speak to him right now. Doc, you're welcome to JoyNews.
Thank you.
Great. Doc, we've seen great work here so far, almost complete. About how many percent more to be done?
Oh, if you look at the work that they've done about 80%. Okay. And I'm sure by tomorrow we'll get the rest done. And then we'll make sure latest by Wednesday, maybe we'll move them here. Yeah.
So this will be the new place. Are you able to tell us what is available here for the display?
You can see that we have put up all the tents. We have a big structure there that can contain some of the victims. We have provided washroom down here. That's the most important thing, the place of convenience. And then we are also going to rent some shed down there where they can do cooking. And then there are some extra more shed because you can see this one, there are 15 of them. And we have just erected 5. Yeah. So, this one will even be enough for them, and then we'll continue expanding once they come in here. Okay. So most of the time, it's better they move in here, you identify some of the minor problems and challenges, and then we'll deal with it.
Yeah. What would you say would be the advantage of them staying here? I've been speaking to some persons. They told me that, yes, more a bit, very private. Yes, you don't have anyone breaching your privacy.
Yes. If you look at here as compared to where they are, where people go in there to see what they are doing and all of that. So I think once they get in here, then we have people of APEATSE to deal with. Because now they are in Bogosu town, and sometimes they have intruders, people going there to invade on their privacy and all of that. So once they come here, they have that kind of privacy. Then all the agencies that are around here, especially those are the psychiatrists and then the psychologists and all those things, they will be able to have time for them. Yes, because you see that we have open clinic here that will also take care of them. Yes, we have some room there and there's another room there that we even want to fix TV there for them so that at least, if they want to enjoy some news in the evening and all of that. And then there's a big shed too here that we are going to use as a warehouse to store all their items that the people have donated. And we have received a lot of donations and from the president, the vice president, and then we have also the first lady's office. They have also brought us a lot of relief items and then all of that. So I think we are going to work on that, and then probably they come, because here, if you look here, their farms are all over. So
their farms are very close to this place.
Their farms are very close. So some of them, even yesterday, one of them jokingly says, I can go to farm and bring you plantain. You understand? So they were, we are building here with them. So, and they have accepted it because there's electricity here, and I'm putting up lights and all of that. So I think the places, we have boreholes already constructed here. This morning I brought 2 big poly tanks there to store water for them and all that. So we are looking at where we feel that they'll be more freer and then comfortable as compared to where they are now. Yeah.
Interested. Say kudos to your team. We want to find out, there was a music meeting earlier today, right? You want to tell us the outcome of that particular meeting?
Yes, the music meeting, what we went there to do is to form a committee that will foresee the disbursement of the relief items. We manage it, and then all the resources are coming. What we done, if you look at the committee, we've included the CEO of the Fiasma Rural Bank, and then yes, he is going to see to it that all the monies that we receive goes into the bank account, and then at the end of the committee will sit down and then we'll plan properly and disperse it to them, and then also use it to take care of or provide the necessary things that they need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So that was all that meeting was about, right?
Yes.
And then there's another meeting.
Yes, that one we are now, it was we formed the committee. Okay. So now that we are coming to sit down, and then probably we let some few who will be the chairman, and the other things, and then others. Okay.
Thanks so much for talking to us. So you just heard the Municipal Chief Executive for Prestia Huni Valley Municipality, Isaac Dasmani, giving us details about the music meeting and also telling us how ready this place is to welcome the persons who were displaced by Thursday's explosion. Let's go and speak to, so like I mentioned earlier, there's a big meeting that's about to happen. And like you heard him say, this meeting would elect, the chairman of the committee and other executives for the committee. But let's speak to one of the men here, the Takwa Divisional Commander. Prestia Divisional Commander. You're welcome to JoyNews.
Thank you.
Great. We want to find out, what has it been like so far, coordinating, the security for the people and all of that? What has it been like so far?
Well, we've had very much coordination from all other security agencies, and the Municipal Assembly has been very, very cooperative. For police aspects, we've been able to deploy as many hands as possible, right from Ashanti region, from Accra, from Takoradi, and then the local police are all in support. So I must say that so far we are firm on the ground, and there's no cause for worry. There's calm so far within the community, so there's no cause for alarm at all.
Okay. Yeah. Another issue that has come up strongly in the controversy about whether there was an escort, vehicle with an explosive van, as required by the regulation. I'm sure has come to your attention. What are you able to tell us about that? Was there an escort vehicle with an explosive van?
Yes, there was an escort.
There was an escort vehicle.
Yes.
Okay. But some of the residents are telling us that they did not see any escort with the vehicle, with the van.
Well, it depends on, mostly you might say it depends on what the public perceives to be escorts. Probably they're looking at, seeing marked police vehicles or probably sirens following it, but that is not the issue. But there was an escort. Yes.
There was an escort?
Yes, there was an escort.
A police officer who was in front?
There was a police officer, yes, in a vehicle leading the explosives.
Finally, how possible is it, could it be that a vehicle that is not supposed to travel or go beyond 60 kilometers per hour, with an escort, we still have this situation with the motorbike that colliding with a motorbike like we've been told?
Well, I wouldn't want to preempt matters, so investigations are ongoing, so let's see how the investigations unfold. But for the sake of the police escorting, just to, quench this controversy, then, so yes, we are confirming that one. As a district commander on the ground, yes. Okay. But any other thing, let's see how investigations unfold. Okay. Yeah.
So, Prestia Divisional Commander.
Prestia District Commander.
District Commander. What's the ranking? Jabalu?
My name is Jabialu, Superintendent Jabialu.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so the Superintendent Jabialu is part of the meeting. The meeting is about to start, so at this point, we'll move away for the meeting, to begin. But like I mentioned, like I mentioned, they are getting ready with the grounds. It should be ready in some minutes. I have the regional, the TAQA Environmental Protection Agency manager here with me. Let me find out from him. They've been doing some assessment on the ground. They've been doing some assessment on the ground at the community where the explosion happened. Let's speak to him and find out from him what they've been able to do so far. Sir, you're welcome to JoyNews.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Yeah, so tell us, you've been on the ground. Your name, sir?
I'm Prosper Yaunkroma.
Prosper Yaunkroma.
Yeah, Acting Director at the TAQA Regional Office of the Environmental Protection Agency.
Okay. Tell us, what have you been able to do so far on the ground, your assessment? What did you review?
Thank you very much. What we've done was, ever since the incident happened, we were here within 30 minutes of the incident. The staff president were here. We've been here on a daily basis. And on the Saturday, a team from the Environmental Quality Department of the head office was dispatched to the ground to at least assure ourselves of the environmental conditions of the place, whether it is conducive for resettlement or that we need to mitigate some environmental impact such as compromised air quality or soil or water quality. So the team has done that sampling and had sent the items to the samples to the lab for analysis. We also did air quality analysis of this temporal place for resettlement to assure ourselves that since they are coming to occupy here in the few days, how is the situation like? How is the ambient baseline conditions are? So that when they are here and they start to complain about at least air health, respiratory disease, we know the quality here. So that we have also done. Today, my executive director himself, with his high-power delegation from the head office, arrived here, interacted with the MCE and the MUSEC, as well as the chiefs of the area. He has toured the site and looked at the impact of the devastation, and also realizing that there's the need for building materials for the construction. On behalf of the agency, donated 200 bags of cement to support the resettlement program. He assured my executive director, if you know he is Honorable Dr. Kwabena Kukufu. He came here personally to do the donation, and also, there's the expectation that unless EPA clears the environment as safe for resettlement, they cannot rush into it.
But I'm curious to find out what your preliminary findings are with the area that they were previously, where the disaster.
The devastated. Well, the pressure is a devastated area. Seriously, it's devastated. And like I'm saying, for air quality, the samples must be analyzed for parameters that we think could be toxic to humans, because the chemicals that were being transported and for the ammonia, whatever that blasted, how did they react with the environmental parameters such that it could create? So basically, overview, you can't conclude unless you get the results from the lab. But generally, it was his view that the environment is not too risky from the environment point of view. And that in a couple of days, I believe by Wednesday, results would have come out for clearance to start the construction work.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, my brother.
Okay. So the meeting is about to start here, right on my right-hand side. They'll be starting the meeting, and we'll definitely bring you details of this particular meeting when it ends. Maxwell Agbagba, JoyNews.
The line drops.
You have Maxwell Agbagba, who is our man on the ground, bringing us update from APEATSE, where the explosion happened a few days ago.